and welcome to TWF Monday Night Raw or Moon Night Raw. I, Michael Cole, with Pat McAfee and with the Jackal. And today on Monday Night Raw or Moon Night Raw, we're going to have a good show here today. As you know, Cody Rhodes will be fighting Awana for the TWF Heavyweight and World Heavyweight winnings at In Your Bedroom coming up next month, Michael Cole says. And we do know that that is going to be, a good match. But we also know that Gunther and Ninja are not done with their war. And we might see that play out here today on Monday Night Raw or Moon Night Raw. I can tell you one thing right now, Pat McAfee says. Gunther always talks about how he wants onlook from everyone, how he wants everyone to onlook him, but he doesn't want to give anyone any onlook. And that's kind of sad in my eyes. I'll tell you one thing right now, the Jackal says. If you're as good a wrestler, fighter, or overstar as Gunther is, who cares about onlook? Who cares about class? I don't think Gunther cares about onlook or class. I don't think he loses any sleep over it, the Jackal says. Well, that would be true, Pat McAfee says, coming from someone like you, who thinks that class and onlook has no stead in skilled wrestling. Think again, Gunther wants folks to onlook him, but until he gives folks onlook, he's not going to get it. That's what I think, Jackal. And you're right about that one, Michael Cole says. Gunther doesn't want to show any onlook. He doesn't want to show any class. He wants everyone to give him onlook, but he doesn't want to have anyone else give him onlook, Michael Cole says. All right, Gunther says. Everyone is still worried about me throwing, worrying about me and Ninja and what I'm going to do to Ninja. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I know that if I fight Ninja again, I'll beat him, And at the end of the day, I'll be getting more near to my goal of being the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. That will happen. Ninja has no stead in skilled wrestling. He shames the great sport of skilled wrestling. And I will go as far as to say that Ninja did to besmirch skilled wrestling the same way the Rocky Balboa films scathed skilled boxing. Which I tell you, I don't really know much about. But I could beat any boxer or any wrestler any day. So much for that. And, so now you're saying that you're not only the world's greatest wrestler, but now you're saying you're the world's greatest boxer now, huh? Well, I never seen you box in any matches or any fights, Gunther. I never seen you go one-on-one with Rocky Balboa. So shut up about you being the world's greatest boxer. And as far as you being the world's greatest wrestler, yeah, you might be good at wrestling, but you have a lack of onlook. And your lack of onlook, Gunther, no one is going to give you onlook back. Yeah, you threw me off the board once, threw me out of the ring once. Yeah. And you say I besmirched skilled wrestling. Well, I did not besmirch skilled wrestling at all. You said Rocky Balboa films. You said they besmirch skilled boxing, but I don't think that's true. So, I know that this, I know that this former Siobhan Glee, former Walt Disney business, and former Siobhan Wealth team and now Hasbro in business self can beat you up and throw you out of that ring. But does it really gotta be that? Come on, I dare you. I know I can beat you. All right. Here's enough, Daniel Bryan says. Gunther, I sometimes don't even know you think before you talk. Here you go, saying that you think, first off, you say, oh, Ninja besmirched skilled wrestling. Next, you're saying Rocky Balboa and his films, they besmirch skilled boxing. Shut up. How about that? What I'm going to do is, you and Ninja are going to be fighting here today, wrestling here today, and hell, I don't care. I could throw some boxing oversights into this. Meaning, if you get knocked down and the fight lord goes reckons to 10, you're out, like they do in skilled boxing. So, you want to have that? You think you're the world's greatest boxer now, besides being the world's greatest wrestler? Well, let's do it. And what I call half wrestling, half boxing match. Now. Well, we heard from Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan has now made us, match, into a half boxing, half wrestling match. And I don't know how that works, Michael Cole says. How can you make a half wrestling and boxing match? Do you? Well, Pat McAfee says, what I believe is that you got a match that can end either as a wrestling match, a yielding or a 1-2-3, or you have it as a knockout, as they do in boxing. Well, Ninja knows nothing about wrestling. He truly knows nothing about boxing. The Jackal says, Ninja's gone all over on Gunther. Oh, Ninja's hitting him. On down he goes, Michael Cole says. Now the Fight Lord's going to have to do what they do in skilled boxing now, Michael Cole says. Yeah, Pat McAfee says, I'll give you a reckoning to 10, and if you don't get up by 10, you're out. 1, 2, 3, 4, Gunther's back up. Kind of awkward, Pat McAfee says, to have a wrestling match that kind of behaves like a boxing match. But it's good. And Mike Slam, Pat McAfee says, Ninja's in a bind right now. And now Gunther's knocking him down. And we're going to see what happens here. Will Ninja get back up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's back up by 7, Pat McAfee says. Ninja can take a lot of hits. He's got my on-look, Pat McAfee says. Why would you on-look him? The Jackal says. He's getting his rear handed to him. And now Gunther is going to beat him once again. He'll put fist to him, Pat McAfee. He'll knock him out for the 10. And then he'll lose not only a wrestling match, but a boxing match too. Well, I never seen you wrestle, or I never seen you box at all, Pat McAfee says. Jackal, I never seen you play football. Something I did. Hey, Michael Cole says, Ninja took all those hits. And Ninja's down, and the Fight Lord has to reckon 1, 2, 3, Michael Cole says. Here comes the Fight Lord now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah! Oh. Here is your winner of the boxing wrestling match, Gunther. And we all know, well, we do know Michael Cole says that Ninja worked so hard. You know, he took so many, he worked so hard. He took many hits to the head, Michael Cole says. And for someone who never boxed before, he did kind of well for himself. Yeah, that's true, Pat McAfee says. That is true. But somehow, some way, out of luck, Ninja and out of luck, Gunther amped up lose. Gunther amped up winning the match. Beaver was out of luck. Either out of luck or whatever, somehow, some way, Gunther won the match, Pat McAfee says. I don't know how he did it. I'll tell you one thing right now, the Jackal says. It wasn't luck. Gunther said what he meant to say. He was the world's greatest wrestler, and he's now the world's greatest boxer now. The Jackal says, so that was great. Wow. All right, everyone, Michael Cole says. We'll take it away now to Tony Schiavone. All right. Thank you, Michael Cole. I'm going to be talking with Gunther here today on Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Raw. First off, Gunther, once again, you beat Ninja. And some folks would think in a boxing match instead of a wrestling match, some would think that that was luck. Well, Tony Schiavone, it has nothing to do with luck. I'm the world's greatest wrestler, the world's greatest boxer. I am the ringleader. And I have now shown that I am not only skilled in skilled wrestling, but I am skilled in skilled boxing. And Ninja, if he's wise enough, he will learn that he cannot beat me. Well, do you still think, Gunther, do you still, under some belief, that everyone out there should onlook you when you don't give them no onlook? Well, the way I look at this one, Tony Schiavone, is what did their onlook ever do for me? All these folks do is they don't care about skilled wrestling. They just care about sports glee, which is besmirching skilled wrestling. And what I did to Ninja today is the thing like he besmirched skilled wrestling. And now I will show him that he will no longer be besmirching the great sport of skilled wrestling while I'm around. Well, that's my talk with Gunther. Back to you, Michael Cole. Thank you, Tony Schiavone, for talking with Gunther. Thank you, Tony Schiavone, for talking with Gunther here today on Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Raw. And it's all the time we got here. I, Michael Cole, with Pat McAfee and the Jackal. We hope you like Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT.